Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Saturday, the 31st of July 2021. Today was a match day and it was quite a good result. Quite surprising to me. If you've seen yesterday's video, I thought we would have struggled in this game, but we did not. We did not. We won 3-0 and you can see it there. Ipswich Town 0, Millwall 3. So not only did the defence hold up, but the attack actually scored some good goals. And that probably was in part because Jed Wallace played, George Saville played, and Sean Hutchinson played. The big three came back and boosted everything all round, and we were a lot better than we were before. So this is from news@den.co.uk. This is the match report I'm going to bring you today. It says Benicophobe scored twice and returning Jed Wallace netted another as Millwall defeated Ipswich Town 3-0 at Portman Road on Saturday afternoon. Phoebe geared up for the start of the season next weekend in the best way possible, while Wallace also got in on the scoring act as the Lions comfortably dispatched their opponents ahead of their championship opener, Queen's Park Rangers. Mill started on the front foot. Wallace, who picked up a muscle injury against Barnet, was back at the starting lineup and his link-up play with Danny McNamara was promising. Neat balls to send the young wing-back away was a feature of the attack all afternoon. George Saville's last season with Millwall saw him score 10 goals from midfield, and you can see why he is a threat. In the 4th minute, he started into the box, was spotted by George Evans, who crossed, but the Northern Ireland international was not able to make contact. 3 minutes later, he was denied brilliantly by Ipswich stopper Vaclav Hladky. He was another well-timed run into the box to make contact with McNamara's cross, but somehow Hladky managed to keep him out. On 17 minutes after Mill forced 3 successive corners, Afobe met Wallace's delivery, but his header was straight at Hladky. The hosts registered their first effort on target in the 21st minute. Michael Keftenbeld was robbed of possession in the middle of the park by Joe Piggott, who advanced forward, but his curling effort was easy. Former Ipswich stopper Bartosz Białkowski. Scott Malone forced Hladky into another save on 33 minutes after a brilliant ball from Afobe. Malone hit a powerful effort, but the Ipswich stopper was equal to it. The Lions took the lead in the 38th minute with Afobe part of the build-up and then the finisher. First, he did brilliantly to keep the ball into play and then find Jed Wallace, whose shot was parried by Hladky and Afobe swept home. The lead was nearly double 3 minutes later before the break. Sean Hutchinson was first to a loose ball in the box. It was only a matter of a fine stop by Hladky that denied him. The hosts had the first effort of the second period, Leo Evans curling a free quick towards goal, but Białkowski made a smart stop. On 49 minutes, the Lions and Afobe doubled up. It was a terrific team goal that involved five different players. Malone, Saville, Wallace, Jay Cooper and Afobe were all involved in the build-up before Cooper's excellent cross found Afobe, who clinically hammered the ball past Hladky. Millwall was certainly now in their groove, and in the 54th minute made it 3-0. Malone took a quick corner to Wallace, who drilled a low shot with his left foot past Hladky at the near left post. In the 76th minute, Kane Vincent-Young had Ipswich's best chance at just 6 yards from goal. He shot, but an outstanding block by substitute Billy Mitchell denied him. The only downside to the day was the loss of Mason Bennett, who picked up a slight knock and was replaced by Tom Bradshaw with 9 minutes left. Takeaways. Lions End opened doors pre-season in a perfect way. This was certainly a more impressive performance than the one at Gillingham on Tuesday. Gary would have been pleased to see his side put in such a dominant display against a team that many are fancying to be a force in League One this season. The side at Portman Road could well be Rowett's strongest starting 11 and the one to start at QPR next weekend. Another encouraging sign for the Lions boss will be how little his side will trouble defensively. That, coupled with clinical finishing, will be something that gets the fans very excited. A big moment for Afobe as he gets off the mark. Tuesday's clash at Gillingham was certainly not the best for Afobe, but he looked a lot more polished at Portman Road. He was crucial to the opening goal, first keeping the ball in play after Saville's channel ball. Then his clever play found Wallace, and his quick thinking enabled him to be in box for the rebound. That is something that could be very key for the Lions as the season takes shape, having someone who will gamble on something breaking into the box and punishing the opposition. His second goal showed something Millwall missed last season: a clinical finish when needed to punish the opposition when they gave a striker time and space in the box. Key trio returned just in time for big kickoff. Hutchinson, Jed Wallace and Kefton Build all returned to the starting lineup at Portman Road, having missed the midweek trip to Gillingham. It was clear to see the difference that having Hutchinson in the middle of the back three makes. On Tuesday, a defence made up of only Alex Pearce, Murray Wallace, Dan Ballard lacked organisation that was evident with the Gillingham goal. Cooper also did not start that game, but he was in alongside Hutchinson and Ballard here and will almost be certainly be the preferred trio at the back against QPR. And as the starting lineup was Biakowski, McNamara, Ballard, Hutchinson, Cooper, Malone, Keftenbeld, Evans, Saville, Jed Wallace and Afobe. And there was a number of changes on 61 minutes. Romeo came in for McNamara, Leonard came in for Ballard, Murray Wallace came in for Hutchinson, Billy Mitchell came in for Keftenbeld, Mahoney came in for Saville, Bennett came on for Jed Wallace, and himself was replaced by Bradshaw on 81. Matt Smith came on for Afobe on 61 minutes. And then we have Pearce coming on for Cooper and Ben Thompson coming up for Evans, both on the 76 minutes. There's still a lot of changes, but so most of the changes happening in 61 minutes after we were 3-0 up and cruising. So the starting 11 actually had 2/3 of a game. And then the tinkering came. So that's what I expected to happen kind of didn't happen, because we were away and clear 3-0 up. So then a massive amount of changes happened. And that's pretty impressive. I mean, I'm not going to show you these because I don't have the rights. But the goals are on at Millwall FC Twitter if you want to see them. This goal here, this is the Jed Wallace goal from the corner. Short corner to Jed Wallace. He doesn't get closed down. They're very slow and they really don't care about Ipswich. I thought Ipswich I've only seen these goals and just from seeing these goals, I think Ipswich were very poor. Very, very poor. I actually looked at the price that Ipswich are. Their first game, they're at home against Morecambe, and Morecambe are something like 5-1 to win that game. So I'm seriously considering putting some money on Morecambe to win, because Ipswich were very lazy and they didn't seem that bothered. Maybe they were saving themselves for the thing, but it's a game in front of a crowd. You got to perform. It's a paying crowd. It's your home game. You got to play. So there's another goal. This was the goal. There was a lot of passing moves in this, and I felt watching this that there were a couple of times when I sensed that a player wanted to just do a cross the ball, like do a long ball, and they were just fighting the urge for that. I think I may have been told, don't do that, stop doing that, don't do that. And then we got this one. This was the first goal, breakaway goal, and this was all on the floor as well. So it's all pretty decent goals from Millwall. Decent play. Playing it on the floor, scoring goals from open play, which, Jed Wallace is involved in all of these goals, and I think that was the difference between today and last week. If he doesn't play, it's we're very substandard, very average team. If he plays, it puts an extra shine in the team, extra bit of class on the team, and things happen when he's there. So hopefully all this talk of him leaving, of the club cashing in before he runs out his contract, is not acted upon in this window. Maybe in January if they want. I don't know. But he's going to be very hard to replace. And I hope he doesn't leave. But that's a problem for another day. We've got some words from Gary Rowett now about that result today, and we're going to just go through these. This is from news@den.co.uk. It says Millwall boss on win over ambitious Ipswich. Set pieces and not reading into pre-season results. Gary Rowett said there is still lots of work on after Mill's 3-0 win at Ipswich on Saturday. The Lions were impressive in their last open doors game ahead of their championship opener at Queen's Park Rangers. Benicophobe scored twice and Jed Wallace had a third at Portman Road. We've got another game Wednesday at the training ground, which will give some players some minutes. But this was our not benchmark game, but you're always going to judge your team, and the fans are going to judge the team on a game against the top League One side that are spending a little bit of money to see if they can get back in the championship, Rowett said. There's a lot of ambition here in Ipswich, and I think Cookie will do really, really well. But I thought we were good, we moved the ball really well, we looked comfortable in possession, and more importantly, we mixed the game up. We tried to use a little bit of possession and building to then try and open the spaces ahead. With the likes of Jed coming back, Saville, Keftenbeld, Hutchie, it just added that bit to open up some of those areas. Really pleased, scored some good goals, and always nice to keep a clean sheet, but of course there are still lots of things to work on in the week ahead from today's game and the rest of pre-season. Wallace and Danny McNamara linked well for Millwall, and the former also scored the 6th set-piece goal for the Lions this pre-season. Rowett added, I think you need to create problems for the opposition in different ways. If you become too predictable down one side of the pitch, then teams just defend well down that side, and they make it difficult for you to open up the game in other ways. We have to be a more balanced team. We have to have good energy. We have to be really prepared to run as a team and outrun opponents. Then what you hope is along with that you've got players you that can give you quality. If you look at the starting team today, Scott Malone has scored goals, Jed scored goals, Mason Bennett, Sav. We need more goals from other areas. Set pieces perhaps today not as much, but we have looked quite strong. We did score with that short one, and that's an error we need to add. Coops, Hutchie, Piercy, Muzza, Lenny, Danny Ballard, they all need to score 4 or 5 goals to get you where you want to be. There were a lot of things I was pleased about today, but I've said it before. I've had different pre-season form, and it's not always correlated when the league has started. It's a nice way to finish the last Saturday before the next weekend, but we've got to work really hard this week to iron out 1 or 2 issues that will hopefully make us better. And moving on now to more words from Gary Rowett. This time this is from London News Online.co.uk, South London Press's online website. And this is Rowett's possible starting 11 for next weekend. 4 takeaways from Mill's 3-0 win at Ipswich. So these are the takeaways first, and then we're going to move on to quotes from Gary Rowett from today's interview. So Millwall eased to 3-0 win over Ipswich in the final pre-season game before they kick off their campaign away to QPR next Saturday. Here are 4 things we learned from the game ahead of next weekend's big kick-off. Formation is set. It is safe to say that Gary Rowett knows the direction in which he wants to go with Millwall this season. As was the case last season, being defensively solid and hard to beat is the first aim. The Lions had a strong defence last term but struggled with a regularly third centre-back to partner both Sean Hutchinson and Jake Cooper. Daniel Ballard, impressive at Gillingham on Tuesday, once again started and looked assured alongside the experienced duo of Hutchinson and Cooper. The partnership of these 3 could be crucial to Millwall's success this season. Link-up play between McNamara and Wallace is encouraging. The link-up play between Jed Wallace and Marlon Romeo was always very impressive and the key to Mill's attacking threat. But worryingly for him, a Wallace-McNamara partnership is looking just as much of a threat. That is music to the ears of both Millwall fans and Gary Rowett. A foul be off the mark at the best of time. Benicophobe getting off the mark is crucial for the Lions. They've lacked a regular goal scorer, and at times last season they were simply crying out for someone who could have put the ball in the net. In the Phobie, they have someone who's proven at this level but has struggled for form at Stoke. If he's given a service and uses the intelligence that he showed against the Tractor Boys, then he will certainly find a net on a regular basis for the Lions this season. The starting 11 could be one that faces QPR next weekend. This was the perfect way to prepare for a season opener. It was as comfortable a pre-season game as you will get. Millwall were rarely troubled by their hosts, a side that were backed to be one of the big hitters in League One this season. Millwall found it hard to hammer home their advantage in recent seasons when now on top. They did that here, which will certainly be a breath of fresh air for the fans to see. A shortage of goals has been a problem in recent seasons, but if they get the likes of Phobie in the positions he did today, then he will score goals and Millwall will be a force to be reckoned with. Yes, I agree with nearly all of that. The only one thing that I would say was Ipswich were not very impressive, and they are almost certainly a mid-level, a mid-table League One side. They are very different kettle of fish to QPR, who I fancy to do very well in the league this season. I think they will be up there, seriously contending. They were very impressive in their friendlies so far this season, and they will be a force to be reckoned with, I believe. And it looks like they will be. There's going to be a full house of Mill fans to go to the QPR game. The tickets are nearly sold out. By the time you're watching this, they probably will be sold out. So there's going to be a lot of Millwall fans cheering on the team next week. They're going to be very, very loud, and it's going to be very boisterous. So who knows what happens when that situation unfolds. But hopefully we can come out of QPR with a decent performance and a point or three. But our record at QPR is not very good. We haven't won there for a long, long time. So we will see. This is more quotes from Rowett. This is also from londonnewsonline.co.uk. This is Mill boss Rowett happy after a Phobie is off the mark for his side. Gary Rowett has had praise for Benecophobia as the striker opened his account with 2 goals against Ipswich Town and Portman Road. His brace was backed up by a fine effort from Jed Wallace as Mill will run out comfortable 3-0 winners against the League One side. Every striker wants to score goals, said the Lions chief. Smudge has scored some goals in pre-season. We've created some good opportunities. Benik has created but not scored, so it would be nice for him to get a couple of goals today. Phobie played a key role in his first game, keeping the ball in open play before being alert in a box to finish off the move. I thought both were good goals in different ways, said Rowett. The first one, he anticipates a shot after good work down the side from him in the first place. The second one is a lovely finish. He's got that quality. That's why I brought him in. That's why I brought him in at Stoke. I think he's a top quality player. We just have to try and get him in the right environment for him, and he's got to work hard to create those moments. Rewarded. For us to sign him, I think is a great signing for us, and now he needs to go and score those goals on a regular basis because he can do it, and we all hope he can do it, because if he's scoring goals, we are winning games and we are getting promoted. And that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.